I just love that our paranoia is infecting the people that we care about in our lives outside of the show.
And I would say our own paranoia is at an all-time low. Like I've been...
No.
You're still paranoid?
No. Okay, we need to talk about this thing. This is maybe what we close on. Maybe a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, Eric brought up that he got a Slack message from somebody. And that he thought it was one of us because they didn't have a profile picture and it just seemed very suspicious, the timing of it. They said they work in the finance department. And I remember hearing Eric say this. I was like, that seems overly paranoid. That same person Slacked me yesterday. And I immediately went, this is a bit. This is a prank. Somebody's fucking with me. They're the most suspicious person, without cause, I think it's our own paranoia, I've ever interacted with. And every conversation I've had with them since then just makes me more paranoid. I don't think they're real. I kind of think they're real. They have to be real. But I'm pretty sure it's somebody.
Why are you talking to the
Why
finance
would somebody
department?
from finance
They
talk
reached
to
out
you?
to me.
Why?
I'll pull up the fucking conversation. That was something that I thought was odd. I got to load into Slack. But yeah, it randomly appeared. And I remember thinking when Eric brought it up that that's weird. And my first reaction was, that's not a real person. This person doesn't exist. Somebody's fucking with me.
So you and Eric are both talking to a person and you both believe they don't exist. And that you think that person you're talking to is, I don't know, me or Gavin or somebody else.
I'm not sure.
To what end would we be pranking you there?
I don't know. But it's just, they were very suspicious. Here, I'm pulling up Slack right now. I got a message. This is, you know what honestly was the trigger word for me. This is what they messaged me. Yo, you don't know me, big fan. I work on the finance team. I don't trust the finance person that opens with yo. That seems very suspicious. I don't feel like that fits my concept of what that person would be.
I want to see if this person's messaged me. What's the name of the person? We'll
Greg. I messaged Eric immediately that I'm now completely on board. This person is very suspicious.
Oh, they have messaged me.
That's interesting. And then I went into polite mode, so I just said, it's nice to meet you, Greg. And their next response was a screenshot of their conversation with Eric, saying that Eric thought that Greg was an Andrew Panton prank. And their response was, dude, I'm not sure I'm not an Andrew Panton prank. And then they told me, let me know if you want to use this smiley face, which I interpreted as like, fuck with Eric more through them. And I'm like, this person is a wild card. I don't know how to deal with this person. Because if they're saying to me that I can use them to fuck with Eric, then that means that they're open to being like fucking with me. It goes both ways. It's impossible to read.
I take back everything I said about paranoia.
Yeah. You seem incredibly paranoid right now.
I didn't realize you were allowed to have a Slack account without a picture on it.
I then said to them, respectfully, I'm not entirely sure you exist. And then their reply was, right back at you, bud, which is a super suspicious reply.
Work at a company where someone in finance is just screwing with us.
I then replied back to them because they're the most suspicious person I've ever met. I said, have you ever played Among Us? And they said, yeah. And I replied, do you get voted out first every game you play? I do not believe that you're a real person.
Oh.
I said, I want to believe you're real. And they replied, don't we all? And I'm just like, I don't fucking know this is not a person. This is not a real person.
It's the kind of person you meet at a bar and then you go get them a drink and you come back and they're gone.
Yeah. It was a whole thing. They claimed the only thing that made me think that they were a person is I apologized if I was being overly paranoid. And they replied that they were in it for the chaos. And they said, it's like visiting Sesame Street. And instead of meeting puppeteers, I turned into a puppet. Of like just thinking that they're part of some bit. This is like my Christmas version. But Eric has an update, I believe, on the extent of the realness of this individual.
This will have to take us out because we're way over time. But here's what happened with this back and forth. I apologize because I went, hey, because I got confirmation from our friend Lewis. I'm like, Lewis, who is Greg? And he said, this is Greg. Greg is a human man. And I'm like, I don't know. Too close to Jeff. Still don't believe it. Our fearless leader, Jordan, emailed the whole company today with like, hey, guys, here are some organizational updates. This person's going to be doing this, and Tony's going to be doing this, and blah, blah, blah. And the last line is talking about, and Greg will continue to be doing this, this, and this. And I messaged Andrew, and I'm like, it can't possibly go this high. It can't. It can't possibly go to Jordan. It can't. There's no way, right?
I'll say this about Jordan. And Eric, I don't know if this will mean anything to you. Gavin, I don't think it'll mean anything to you. But Andrew, it's going to mean a lot to you. Jordan's favorite movie is Windy City Heat.
No.
Oh. Wow.
No.
When I told him you also loved Windy City Heat, it blew his mind.
It's a great
So
movie.
I guess don't stop worrying until someone at Warner starts talking about Greg.
I understand what you're saying about how it couldn't possibly go to the top, but our fearless leader, Jordan, has been involved in pranks throughout his career, the level of which we could probably not hope to achieve.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Not to add to your paranoia or fuel the flames of paranoia, but I wouldn't make an assumption that it couldn't go that high up, honestly. I also know the answer, so,
Something I wanted to talk about. I don't think Gavin is aware of this. we have faced, speaking of celebrities, we have faced our own thing. Our own, what we've predicted has come true, Gavin. Are you? I know it's a terrible way of setting that up. What is the? Oh fuck! This is
so fucking funny to me. This is so funny to me.
It's very funny. So
I'm sure it is. You got to say it.
yeah, I'm getting there. Just give me a minute. John Cena is making a Peacekeeper podcast on the Rooster Teeth network.
Yeah.
And it was recently reported on by Variety. I'm going to just
Variety
read
magazine.
The Variety, one of the high, I'd say the highest profile entertainment magazine in LA, in Hollywood, I would say. Is that wrong? It's definitely top 3.
Variety and Hollywood Reporter would be they're the only games in town.
They're the top ones. So it's a mention of that this podcast is going to be made by Rooster Teeth, and then in a part of it, there's an excerpt that says, other podcasts from Rooster Teeth produced from studios in LA and Austin, Texas include Face Jam, Off Topic, Black Box Down, Red Web, and the long-running Rooster Teeth podcast, which now numbers more than 500 episodes. We were left off that list. We were not included.
Man. Oh, I wonder.
really faced ourselves there.
I wonder if we should just run an ad for face on the John Cena podcast.
Can we do that? That'd be great if that's a thing we can do. I think going forward, any mention of Variety, Nick, make sure you bleep part of it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's bleep. We got to censor part of their name.
So like right now, I'm saying Variety, like that doesn't come through unbleeped.
No, there's at least a bleep in it. Any time.
We also should have bleeped all of.
No.
Yeah, let's bleep all of.
Going forward, this is how they'll be known.
The star Riety.
I just love the idea that this like prestigious Hollywood writer or company, whatever, they're looking at a list of things and that they have to decide if they're going to include face or not. That the fact that there needs to be some level of dialogue at some stage of this process in which they need to either make the decision to include a podcast named face or not at all. When they didn't, which I get it, understand completely, but it's hilarious.
I told Andrew last night or whenever we talked about it, that it was kind of a perfect virtuous moment because I got so fucking infuriated, like furious, like I was going to yell at people, upset that we weren't in it, that we didn't get, that we got one of the, which no offense to those other podcasts, they're all great, but we're larger than most of them, and we're doing very well for ourselves, considering our name, and in spite of our name. And then I realized that this is why I wanted to name it Face, because I wanted to face ourselves, right? And the fact that I got so angry in such a brief little window of time because we were excluded from that moment means that the podcast I was actually angry, means that the podcast is so successful that it means this much to me that it made me mad, which made me happy because then I thought, oh, so we've arrived, we've made it, we're successful enough that I'm mad when we don't get mentioned. So it was like a perfect moment where I went from anger to bliss in a like that.
I pause, Gavin. Let me continue from the story.
Okay.
Rooster Teeth also operates the Roost Podcast Network, which features partners such as the H3 Podcast, This Might Get Weird with Grace Helbig, and Mamrie Hart, Philip DeFranco's A Conversation With, and Kinda Funny. They name every other podcast, not even ones directly affiliated with, They name all of them. And to be clear, this isn't for me at all a thing of like, we deserve to be on there. That's why I'm annoyed by it. I love the idea just because of our name alone that we have to be in those conversations and they have to have meetings in which they include, do we talk about this?
Yeah, it's like reading that, we've been explicitly ignored. There's no way they could have missed us.
Undeniably excluded. Like, without a doubt.
Maybe they're just saving it. Maybe they're going to do an exclusive face interview, an article dedicated to the podcast, and they're just saving it.
Maybe when the director of the Tuxedo directs the Child Kicker movie, we can get into Variety through that. It'd be the perfect transition to Hollywood Connection. Oh boy. We're going to a lot of places here. So on the RT podcast at one point, it was brought up recently. It'd be funny because we have on the next episode of Jack Does at the end of these, where he guesses what will happen. And it was joked about that. What if we did a previously on at the start of the episode? And so I thought that's a funny idea. What if like I could get some weird person to do the previously on that no one would be able to know? Like it would become a mystery of who is the previously on. Because I loved Lost, and that was like a weird thing for a while with Lost, where people are like, who the fuck is the previously on Lost voice? And they kind of like kept it a mystery. So I was like, what would be a funny, nobody would be able to guess who is this voice? And so I reached out to the guy that wrote that Variety article that didn't include us. I was like, hey, can I ask you something? And I didn't know how to approach it. And we talked. Very nice. Todd's great. Todd's a great guy. He politely declined in doing the previously on, which is why I'm bringing it up now. But that is something all in the last two we recorded was constantly in my head of like, I want to talk about the fact that I talked to the guy that wrote that Variety article and never got to it.
Did he explain himself?
Yeah, explain himself.
No, I didn't ask that. I didn't ask why we weren't included. I brought up.
That's all the.
What's the point?
No, I don't really care why. I don't give a fuck if Variety includes us or not. It doesn't matter in any way to me, that aspect of it. What was funny to me about the Variety thing, as I said, was the fact that you would assume they would have to at least consider it. There'd be some form of conversation.
That's what it'd be good to know. Like, was he not provided the list? Was it someone in our company who didn't give it to him? Or was it he had it and didn't want to include it?
I don't care about that information.
But you do care. You talked about how funny it was, how you loved the idea that at some point he had to sit down and make a decision what to include and what not to, and what would be safe for Variety or not. And you had the man who had to make those decisions on the hook, and you didn't ask him about those decisions? That was the whole point of all of this. You don't make any sense.
No, I strongly disagree.
Every time you talk to anyone else, I'm disappointed.
No. Let me explain myself. If I get an answer to that question, it might no longer be funny anymore. If I just assume what happened, it's funny. If I continue to live in the world in which my assumption is correct, it's funny to me. And there's no risk of that changing. I don't really care that we weren't mentioned in the Variety thing. I don't give a fuck about what Variety thinks of this podcast. Doesn't matter to me. What's funny to me is that proper, like, established businesses that don't have that tone at all have to at least look at the name theoretically and then decide if they want to include it. I don't need confirmation for that. That's just, I'm deciding that's how that goes. I didn't care about that. I just thought it'd be really, because nobody would fucking guess it was the Variety guy doing the previously on. That would have been a great get.
Of course they wouldn't.
Would have been a fantastic get. So now I'm trying to think of somebody kind of tied to the show that is
Jackie Chan.
I don't think I should get Jackie Chan. I don't think Kevin Donovan would vouch for me, unfortunately, at this time. So I don't. That'd be a tough one.
Dusty Baker.
I thought about trying to get somebody in the Zimmer family, but then I thought, I don't know how they'd feel about the boys' Zimmer shirts and all that. I don't know necessarily if they'd love.
Yeah.
I'd hope they would, but I just don't know.
Yeah, and a lot of us laughing at their dead relative getting shoved into the ground head first.
I kind of forgot about that. Yeah. That was like an odd. Yeah, maybe not the greatest idea.
Nick said we should ask Pedro Martinez. I think that's a great idea. He is out and available. He's doing MLB commentary. He's used to recording. I bet he'd be super willing and available to do it.
Who do you think is more likely, Pedro Martinez or Coolio?
Well, we've been more pro Pedro Martinez than we have been Coolio. I feel like we early
against
on
Coolio?
signaled that we were. But we signaled we were coming for him. We're coming to.
That's
his,
true.
Instagram
I forgot about that.
If Coolio did the previously on, he could end his previously on and just say, "Here it goes."
That's true.
Is that a Coolio song?
It's just the end of the. Well, it's the beginning of Keenan and Kel, isn't it? Oh, here it goes.
Oh. For a thing that we've talked about like 8 times, I have no concept. I have no memory of any of the Coolio rap lines outside of Abbott and Costello were mentioned. And that might be it. I think that's all I remember about the Abbott, the Coolio rap.
Previously on Face.
I have a question for Andrew.
Ooh, okay. I'm excited.
What are you doing?
Like in this moment, or
No, just with Face in general. What have you done? What have you done to it?
I don't know what that means.
You're putting shit. Like, I'll get a review cut, right? It's not the final cut.
Oh.
You've been adding shit to it. You've been putting
That's
shit on
what I'm
after I
talking
get to
about.
it. What's the beginning? What's happened to the beginning of Face?
We've talked about it. It's a previously on. It's a previously on voice.
Yeah, but who is it? And
Well, that's what I figured would be a great mystery for you to find out. I thought, I don't know, maybe we could do like a thing where you could ask a question an episode or something about.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Can I ask
narrow
the
it down.
first question? Can I ask the
Yeah.
first question
Go ahead.
right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's the voice?
I can't say that. That's a bullshit game, Jeff. That's like asking a genie for more wishes. That doesn't count. It's illegal.
we were in the airport getting our luggage as part of our tour, and minor league fan Jack walked up to both of us and was like, "Who does the previously on voice on Face?" And Jeff and I were like, "Huh?" Because I just approved the first cut of the episode where there was no previously on voice, Andrew, and I was like, "Huh?" And I had to listen to the version that came out. Jeff and I listened to it, and we were just like looking at each other like, "What?" And then I started writing out a Slack being like, does anyone, like, how did this? And then I realized this is a question for content. I'm not going to waste this over Slack. But it sounds like Andrew's not going to tell us.
No, it's a whole mystery.
Great.
I already established this. This is long established. It's not my fault. We talked about this before. I wanted to bring in the variety guy to do the voice, and that didn't pan out, so I kept at it. And
I do remember your idea being to have, previously on Face, but it's the entire episode. Like, it doesn't actually
it's the
previously.
It's just confusing. It makes
It's really
sense.
more of a currently, like, presently happening on Face.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So I was just as interested to see if you two could figure out who it is. It's somebody. I'll say it's someone in the universe of the show. I didn't just pull a random person. Everyone's aware of this person, and they're in our universe.
Is it the same person every episode?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Well, my question, I already used my question for the week. So, Gavin, do you want to take one question?
Yeah. What do I want to know that he's going to answer though?
I will say I'd love to hear Eric's input. Eric is the only other person who knows who it is.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this then.
Okay.
Can I have a hint?
I feel like I already gave it.
I was going to say, I think you already got the hint with it's someone in
It's
the
in the
universe. I
universe.
feel like,
So it's the variety guy, or it's the director of the tuxedo, or it's...
I mean, he already said it's not the variety guy, right?
So it's the director of the tuxedo. That was fast.
Is that your official guess?
Is it the director of the tuxedo?
No.
So we get one guess per episode.
One guess per episode.
Brilliant.
We'll see how long it takes. I think it could take a while. I'm excited for this to all be over. I accidentally revealed who it is to Eric because I'm an idiot, and that'll be fun to talk about when we get to the end. I thought that Eric was a genius when I sent it to him. I'm just dumb. It was a dumb mistake. I was nervous, though, Gavin. I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like, what do you mean? What have I done?
Did you... Now, I guess I can't ask any more questions till next week. Damn it. I have so many questions. Okay.
Next week. Have an ongoing bit. It would be really funny if one of you would have just guessed it immediately. I would have ruined everything. All of my plans, everything out the window. No point for it.
Who have we talked about? So many people.
We've talked about a lot of people. A lot of discussion. I think maybe you should go over the Keenan and Kel rap. There's a lot of people there, just even within that.
Well, most people in that are dead, so...
That's true. But that would be one hell of a pull. If I got that.
Is that a thing where if Keenan and Kel rap about you, you will die soon?
No, I don't think so. Wait, Keenan and Kel didn't do the rap. It was Coolio.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm not of your generation.
We have talked about it like 6 times on the show, though.
Yeah, whatever.
Regardless of generation.
If you got Coolio to do it, it would be amazing.
That would be really cool.
Does not sound like Coolio.
What if I'm not going to give anything away?
Well, let's hurry up and finish this episode because we're double recording today, so I can ask another question in 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, I was going to start preparing my next guess.
So, but speaking of segments that we do, any guesses as to who the previously on voice is? I know Eric has compiled a document for you guys. He's got the information. He just posted in the chat. This cannot just endlessly go on. So I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on the two of you because you have information, you have research, you have the notes in front of you now. You should be able to solve this. If you are not able to get it, I'll give you 3 more episodes, not including this one, 3 more. You do not get it within those 3. I'm just never going to tell you.
Oh, you're a bastard. Why don't you give us another clue?
Okay. A clue.
Should we quickly read out the guesses, or do people?
Yeah. Why don't you go through the guesses?
Guesses so far. Nick, Fluke Face Jeff, Fluke Face Andrew, the naming genius / the Akineer, the lawyer from Higher Judge, Peter in brackets Waffle P, Jake, Garfield Kart Furious Racing Champion, Chris called at the end of episode 14 and did the outro, Caleb, Drew Saplin, Ian, Trevor, McDonald's Piss Lady, Don Zimmer's son, Humpty Dumpty, Billy Ripkin, and a Nanaimo Firefighter. I don't remember half of those.
I don't either.
I feel like you guys must have just like shotgun guesses. I guess we haven't done that many episodes worth of guesses.
These are all confirmed guesses across the board, including some guesses from listeners that Andrew has. Well, I guess they're comment. They've
excellent.
made guesses,
So this is-
and Andrew
this
has
is even
confirmed
giving you
it's
help.
none of those people.
This is even gives you more help.
Yeah, we gave you
Okay.
some here.
I'll give you a clue. So what is? I wish I had a list of what you've said so far. I feel like we've gone into. You've asked if they're a public figure, and I said no. We have gone into that. I will say that I met them through this show.
You met them through the show, and it was in season 2.
Yes, I believe so. I should go back and confirm that. I believe it was season 2.
Met them through this show.
Met them through this. If this show didn't exist, I would have never crossed paths with them.
Oh, what about the guy that slacked us?
Which guy?
There was a guy who...
Are you saying, is it Greg from accounting?
Yeah.
Is that your guess?
Greg from accounting is an incorrect guess.
I wouldn't guess that because he doesn't work here anymore. He switched companies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why you don't hear from Greg from accounting anymore for like the last year.
But that... okay.
Greg not from accounting. Greg from other accounting. What was that?
I'm gonna say I'm going like Jeopardy rules. You need to be correct with the. I'm not implying that is the correct answer, and you just phrased it wrong. But
You need to be correct as opposed to incorrect?
Yeah, it needs to be. You have to have the name of the thing correctly displayed,
The name of the thing.
or the person.
Why are you phrasing it like a weirdo?
Well, okay, so like if you guessed the director from the Tuxedo, I would not accept that. But if you said Kevin Donovan, I would accept that.
Oh.
So you may be correct.
Wait, why was that not on the guest list? Because we guessed him, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. How?
It's a shitty list, Eric.
Hold on. So is it? Do we know? Do Gavin and I both know this person's name?
You're allowed to get.
Or
Yes.
do we have to do research to find out their name?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You both know. Well, I don't know the answer.
I mean, you're saying
to that.
yeah to a lot of stuff here that's confusing the shit out of me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the answer to that question.
The
You
answer's
should.
yeah, Jeff.
I will say this. Fuck. Well, now I don't know what to do. Eric, can I have a ruling on this? I would consider. What? How do I?
You listen. You worked yourself into this corner, buddy.
Well, no,
I
feel
know.
like we've talked about this. I feel like under Jeopardy rules, I don't think they've got it right. Would you agree with that?
I don't think we ever talked about Jeopardy rules. Ever.
No, but we've talked about people have made guesses and it's like close, but not exactly. What are we? What's the rule?
Well,
on
surely,
this?
if we've said the person and it's that person, we win.
But it's not. You haven't technically said the person.
But
This is where
kind
this
of
is
said the
where I
person.
can't listen. I need to be not involved in this now because now it's becoming an Andrew thing, and I don't want anything to do with
No,
it.
no,
You've
no,
made
no, no,
it
no.
seem like
No,
we've
no, no,
not
no,
been
no.
close in any way. Are you saying
No.
that we might have it?
You are so close, but not quite right. But you're
Oh
so.
my god!
This is
so
why I'm
close.
saying you have to separate me from this because
No,
because
because-
now this is an Andrew thing. I
How
can't
is
be a
this an
part of
Andrew
this.
thing? We've
You're
talked
in,
about
Eric.
this. We've talked about this. You've agreed with this.
I don't want anything to do
You've
with this now.
agreed with this offline.
Keeps muting.
No,
every time
no,
he
because
starts
now he starts talking. Now he's talking about Jeopardy rules and all this other stuff, and I can't be a part of this anymore.
Well,
All right,
you've agreed already, though. That's what I. Okay, whatever.
Andrew, let me ask you this:
Okay.
when we said someone
Yep.
to you,
Yep.
was that the person?
In what context? Sorry. What
was it
In the
them
context of the fucking contest! What do you mean, what context? Did we guess the fucking person? Oh my god, what a stupid thing to say!
Well, I don't know what you mean by that. You guessed.
What?
Calm down. Calm down. You got. I'm gonna rework what Gavin just asked me, and explain it. You've gotten. You've gotten the name right. You haven't
I got the name right.
You got the name right, but not their actual role. If they were a character, it would be like if you said Bat Guy and you meant Batman.
Greg from. Was he not an accountant? Greg.
Yeah, there's a specific title.
I'm searching Slack. Greg. Oh, Greg. There's a lot of Gregs that don't work here anymore. Not that one. I know that one. Is it that one? No, that one never talked to me. Hold on. What about this one? No, he's never said a word to me. Greg. Oh, what about that one?
You know what? This is pivoted. I feel betrayed by Eric in this moment. I feel like this is a great betrayal.
Really, Andrew, at this point, you are
This
so
is a great betrayal by
You want
Eric.
to talk about being in the deep end of water? You're treading, man.
No,
you're deep.
I am in a
This is so
4-foot
crazy.
hot tub and I can see the floor. It is clear. I am comfortable.
I mean, I know the
Greg
dude's
from finance and strategy.
They got it. Gavin got it. Greg in finance.
Oh God, you are a
That's
real
the name.
pedantic
That's
stickler
the-
bastard.
Well, I listened.
That
I
was
guided
the guy
you
you
to
should have
it.
just said yes when I guessed Greg.
No, you said Greg from accounting. That's
I didn't even
different
say
than
Greg. I
in
said that guy who slacked us. You're the one who filled it into Greg.
Oh, I
Accounting
did. I
and
don't even
financing
remember
is
that.
the same fucking thing,
But
dude.
they're
It's the same
different
department in the
work.
company.
It's a different nickname. It's a different.
See, this is why I couldn't be a part of it anymore
No,
because I knew you got it. And I
no,
went, now it's too
no,
ticky-tacky. Can't touch it.
No, it's not. Let me fucking go into our Slack chat because Eric and I have talked about. I'm like, so many people have been so close, but not exact. And you're like, yeah, it's crazy. Everyone's so close.
I would send the guesses to Greg that guessed him, and then he would downvote them in the subreddit.
Jesus Christ. Well, how's Greg doing?
I don't know. I didn't know he didn't work at the company anymore. I
Oh,
had no
they're
idea.
having an issue with payroll or something. You go in. It's like, oh, you in accounting? He's like, no, I'm in finance. And you're like, okay, bye.
I agreed.
Sorry, I'm not
same,
Greg from payroll. I'm Greg from accounting.
but I was trying to be.
What do
very
you guys do
specific.
here in accounting? We handle payroll.
Oh, jeez.
This is why I couldn't get on board with this. As soon as you
No,
said Greg, I'm like,
no.
yeah, they got it. And then
if
Andrew
I-
went,
no, if
Jeopardy
I-
rules.
He wanted it to last in three
No.
more episodes.
No,
Yeah,
if
no
I,
kidding.
If I showed
Imagine
you,
trying to guess Greg again at that point. Like,
Yeah, I
would
would've
you
thought-
have ever come back to that? Never.
If I
said it
fuck,
wasn't him.
no, time out. If I put a poster of fucking Superman on the wall and I say, who's that character? And you say Super Guy, that's not correct. That is an incorrect guess.
If I had to pick him out of a lineup and you said Super Guy, I'd probably think you were talking about Superman. If he was stood next to the
But you're
Blob
making me do
and-
the leap. You're making me do, that's not a correct guess.
That's a
Not
correct guess.
Hey, Jeff,
Yeah.
was this worth it?
No, Greg in financing and Greg in accounting are the same person. We know that. We know who that. It's the only person who filled that role with the name Greg in this company. You are arguing. You are being pedantic right now, and you are arguing semantics. He clearly
to say
clearly guessed the right person. Andrew, I wish there was something. I wish we had a verb that was stronger than salad cream. Like, I wish there was something above salad cream for what you've just done. Not only to Gavin, not only to I, but to the entire community.
First of all, you're the biggest technicality guy I know. You're always Googling the fucking dictionary whenever anything comes up. I don't want to hear semantics by you, the dictionary fucking kid. I don't want to hear it. Second of all, there was a long pause. If you listen to the tape, I was in a real pickle in that moment. I didn't know what to say. I was
and you
truly
went the wrong way.
Well, I feel like after 6 episodes, if you guess Super Guy for Superman, that's kind of that's not great. So then I guided because I did feel bad.
His name.
But you got it wrong. That's not his title. It's not his character name. He's Greg in finance is the character. Greg in accounting is not the same as Greg in finance. I understand it's the same profession. It's not the same within the context of what the name is. Oh my God. You're right, though. You won. Congratulations!
That's like someone, apparently on this list, someone guessed Humpty Dumpty. That's like guessing Humpty Dumpty, but not specifying the egg from the wall.
No,
he's like, no, technically his name is Sir Humpty Dumpty. He was knighted, so you don't have the full title.
I had to distance myself as soon as he said, if you were to guess the director of the Tuxedo but didn't guess him by name, I'm like, that's the craziest.
No.
That's like so nuts.
Jeopardy rules.
You gotta specify that at the beginning, you fool.
Yeah. Why do I have to specify that at the beginning?
You don't create the rule set on week 7 of the fucking contest, dude.
Okay. To be fair to me, I didn't feel the rules were important when you kept making the same fucking guess 3 weeks in a row.
Well,
the rules didn't seem vital.
Was Caleb? If it was him, would we have had to have guessed Caleb, a little screen-looking bastard? Like, what are we supposed to do?
No. Caleb is fine. Caleb is no. Greg in finance is a specifically known character name.
Oh, man, the return of Greg in finance. What an awesome way to end this episode. Thank you for sticking with us and listening to another episode of the Face Podcast. If you made it this far, you got hard fucked by Andrew. So did we. Go ahead and leave us a review if you don't mind. I hope you don't knock a star off because of that. I assume it was all in good fun, or he's a fucking lunatic. I don't know. See you next time.
I'd like to pivot for a minute to something else and just own up, because I'm an accountability guy. I want to own up to the fact that I was wrong. I was wrong last week. I was in the wrong. I handled the name thing incorrectly. I apologize. I apologize to you both. I wanted to give my perspective on it, because I thought about it. I put some time in, really think about the situation as a whole.
You were so wrong. This apology is annoying me.
No, I couldn't have been more in the wrong. Why are you annoyed by my apology?
It's just bringing it up again.
Well, because
Greg from Greg from finance. I had no idea what you were talking about. I completely forgot about that.
Were you just sitting silently? Like, while
I was just trying to put it.
Okay.
I was just trying to put it together and be like, "What fucking name thing?" And then Nick said Jeopardy rules, and I was like, "Oh, did we do a Jeopardy?" And I was just out of it. All right, sorry. Yeah, that's
Andrew,
right. You were a bit of a dick about the name thing.
Yeah,
but
I appreciate the apology, because I was getting riled up with.
You're right. You're right. It was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous position to have and to hold. What happened was I was so excited about the thing, and I thought, we're going to give clues. We're going to make this, we're really going to turn up the heat in these next 3 episodes. Will you guys figure out the name? Will you not? We will find out. I give one clue, and Gavin immediately gets it. And I was on tilt. I was on tilt from that moment forward, and I didn't want it to end. But I also deep down knew that you guys would never fairly guess Greg again in a different context.
So I taken 700 more episodes before we realized how close we were.
I also never, in my head, I had the Jeopardy rules. I never established those. That's unfair of me. If I would have, from the beginning, stated that, I think that'd be fair, but that was unfair of me. So I just wanted, I put some thought into it, and I've been haunted by that moment, since we recorded, not because of that itself, that was I processed, I realized I was wrong. I handled that poorly. What has haunted me is Jeff was coming at me, and I was getting mad at Jeff, and we're going back and forth. And I called you the dictionary kid, which is the dumbest thing I may have said on the show. And as soon as I said it, I winced, and I have not been able to stop thinking about the fact I said dictionary, and I couldn't think of, I was thinking piss boy. I was like, where should I go with this? I need another word off of dictionary, and kid came out. And that's an apology to the audience that I said dictionary kid, because I've been
Got a
suffering.
big laugh though.
I've been suffering.
Oh,
Well, maybe you did, but it was such a lame.
Laughing at, not laughing
Yeah,
at.
it was a bad. It was a bad moment.
Well,
I'm typically good under fire, but
Enjoy the next 7 days, because that's how long you have until that episode comes out.
oh, great, that's fine. I'm sure
Dude.
people will be mad, but that's okay.
When you said
That's on
Hey,
me.
you
I fucked that up.
when you said dictionary kid, it reminded me when you said it, it sounded like the name of like a late 60s, early 70s Disney made for TV movie.
did.
And I wanted to bring that up, but I didn't get a chance.
I genuinely winced as soon as I said it, and I had thoughts about asking Nick to remove it from the edit, but I was like, that's so bad. I gotta live with that. As I was thinking piss boy and what's something that like is like boy, and this kid came out. It was an unfortunate moment, but I'm happy to get past it. And I guess I should now talk about how I may have killed somebody, which was the point of how this started.
Yeah. Well, before you do that, let me just
Okay,
say
go ahead.
that was
Yeah.
that was an extremely regulation apology.
Thank you.
And I would like to provide I would like to accept it in the most regulation of ways.
I appreciate that.
By the way, just for the audience that is desperately trying to understand what the fuck is going on, this is the Jackie Chan tuxedo from the movie Tuxedo that we were going to buy at auction. We got Rooster Teeth to agree to let us spend up to $3,000 to buy the tuxedo, which they expected to go for $2,000. And then we put it in Andrew's incredibly capable hands, and I knew in the moment we agreed to do that it was a mistake.
So when I feel like I was the one that was pushing for this idea the hardest. And I thought it would be so funny for us all to watch the auction together, and we could bid on it and go through the highs and the lows of trying to secure it. That was my vision for it. Literally every other person involved with this show was out. They were away. So it was just me by myself. And that was terrifying because I got given the Eric card, which by myself is a lot of responsibility. It was very terrifying to add that to my account. And I had an all-time dumb moment where Eric sent me the card as 2 images, like the front of the card or the back of the card. And he sent me the photo of the front, and I was putting that in, and I instinctually grabbed my phone and looked at the back of it to put in the bottom, the back of the card. Like, I didn't swap photos. I'm so used to, like, looking at a card and then just twisting it over for the verification number. I physically looked at the back of my phone. So that's a great start. Then I went into the auction because this is Tuesday and our lot is until Thursday. And I thought, I've never like experienced this before. It could be fun to just kind of get a feel for it and see what like maybe I can learn a strategy from this. And so I'm not really paying attention. And the item up is like some outfit from Star Trek, like one of the Star Trek shows.
Oh.
And it's expected to go between like $600 to like $1,000 or something like that. And I looked, and it was currently at $20,000 was the bid active. And I wasn't really paying attention. Then I thought I bumped my keyboard, and I was convinced that I placed a $25,000 bid on a piece of Star Trek memorabilia. So that was terrifying. I thought I died. I had to quadruple check, make sure I was all good. That was fine. Void that. So then I was scared to even open the auction
I have
until
a question.
tuxedo time. Go ahead.
My headphones went off for about 2 straight minutes there. What did I miss?
Andrew may or may not have accidentally bid $22,000 on a Star Trek outfit.
Oh, okay. So we're not at the tuxedo yet?
No.
No.
Oh,
we're not
okay,
at the
sorry.
tuxedo.
All right.
Before we get to the tuxedo, I just want how would you guys feel? I'm just hypothetically throwing this out there.
Oh,
How would you
Christ.
feel instead of if we got the tuxedo, we had like a variety of maybe smaller items that were kind of show related and fit as just I wanted to read on that because I was told I could spend to the cap. So if we had extra money after the tuxedo, Or if we just missed entirely, I could still try to acquire things.
Well,
I wouldn't say there was any hint of approval for that.
I asked for it and I got approval. I didn't. I asked. I talked. To
I
Eric
would say
about
it's
that.
not worth spending the money on smaller things that we're not as passionate about, unless it's something that really fits.
Like, the only thing I was interested in was the tuxedo. So I guess it would depend on what the other stuff is.
So there's a variety. I put some of them in the chat. They made for the Fast and Furious movie a Dom Toretto license with Shrek on it for some reason. I thought that was great. They were actually auctioned off the bowling hat, pins, and balls from the bowling scene in the Flintstones movie. It's like that show specific. The thing I was most excited about is right after the tuxedo was the baseball outfit from the Twilight movie in the baseball scene, which is one of the greatest scenes in that whole series. We're kind of a baseball show, so I thought we had room.
We're not really a Twilight show.
No, but I mean, we're kind of a baseball show, and it's
We're
an
a
iconic
baseball equipment
baseball
podcast.
scene. Yeah, and that's a baseball equipment. I'd say uniform and all that. So it got to auction day. I made a strategic decision on this. What are you laughing at, Jeff?
I fucking hate you.
Why do you hate me? I'm just telling you what happened. I'm
You son of
explaining
a
all the
bitch.
details.
If this doesn't end in us getting that fucking tuxedo and we end up with the
spent
goddamn Twilight merchandise.
Thousands of dollars on something else, haven't you? That's what you've done.
No, I'm not saying any. I'm just trying to get to where we're at.
You
So
son of a bitch.
I made a realization. I did my research because I was the only one that showed up, and it was my responsibility. I was told strictly cannot go over 3K. That's the max, not a penny over.
Doesn't mean go to 3K.
Nah, it's not what I did. You're just making assumptions of what happened. So I made the choice because
Before you tell us, are we gonna? Do you predict we're gonna be pleased with what you've done or not?
No spoilers. So I put 2,000 in, and then I asked Nick if he wanted to do the auction with me, and even he was busy. It's something going on at that exact time. So I recorded, and Nick captured the video of it. We have the 17 minutes going into the tuxedo and the tuxedo itself, and we had the minimal bid that we could possibly have to get it. If a single person would bid a cent over us, I could not counter that based on what my instructions were. So I put the bid in, and I watched in fear by myself because nobody else was around, in terror. And I'm delighted to say that we own the fucking tuxedo. I finalized it today. We got it. Not a single person bid on it.
No one wanted it.
Oh my God.
We have it.
That is the best news ever.
Dude!
Congratulations.
Andrew, you've taken something, you took it on your own, and you nailed it. That never happens.
Andrew, I gotta say, I believed in you from the start. I knew you were gonna pull this off. I was just telling Eric the other day, we were in California together, I was like, trust in Andrew. You always gotta trust in Andrew. He'll never steer you wrong 100% of the time. Oh my God, that's amazing.
So it was terrifying. And as I said, I don't know if we're going to release it or what it will look like, but there's 17 minutes of me reacting to items in the auction and then watching it happen live. And the auctioneer wanted so badly for any other action from anyone. He was desperate. He was like, I would just wear this out. This is a great tuxedo. This is fantastic. Going once. This is a great tux. Everyone, look at how great this Jackie Chan wore this. Going twice.
That's
fair
cheaper
warning.
than a lot of tuxedos.
I looked at it. It's cheaper. Well, it's not cheaper. It's like $700 more than buying an Armani tux from like new. Correct.
Yeah.
It's not that much of a difference. We got a savings. We got the full outfit. We got a shirt that has harness holes in the back of it. We're missing a few buttons, but we can make it work. So that was exciting and terrifying. I was just sweating, yelling like fucking hit the gavel, hit it. Cause like stall. Why are you stalling? Why? Like he
we
kept
gotta release
stretching it out.
Dude, yeah,
it
we
was
have
terrible.
to.
It was very exciting.
I had it in my head that we were going to end up with like a catcher's mitt from Twilight and Dominic Toretto's Shrek driver's license. And I just wanted, in my head, I'd already worked through it. We were just going to put it on display just like we were going to do with the tuxedo, but it was just going to be like in a glass case all bundled together that just said, not the tuxedo.
Well, I genuinely was excited about the Twilight baseball thing after it, but it went for $4,000. So it went way over. It was huge. Like it's an iconic scene from that movie. Yeah, I also had the thought of like, okay, and I have it. I'm the only one here that knows that. How much do I want to fuck with you two about the fact we missed it or not?
A tremendous
Like,
amount, I would imagine.
What could I do? A little bit, but I didn't want it to be like so exhausting that you weren't even excited that we got it. Like I felt like there was a fine line of like reverse salad creaming of where I did the right thing, but I still fucked it up.
I didn't think you had it at all because Jeff and I had to trick the universe yesterday into hanging out at the last second, and we were both pretty convinced that we didn't have it.
Yeah, that's true. All kidding aside, Andrew, I know a second ago I did the funny thing where I talked about how I always believed in you and I never doubted you for a second. All kidding aside, I didn't for 1 second think you would pull this off. I was convinced you would screw it up, and you didn't. And I want you to know you have got the biggest get out of salad creaming free card from me. You can cash in whenever you want.
The final total is just
You've got to like get out of Greg free card where like next time, whatever it is, I don't care. I will turn the other cheek.
Between the fees and the shipping and everything, it costs like $2,700 for the tuxedo.
That is a
so we even
bargain.
went under the cap. So we're great. First of all, I agree with you. Second of all, you just absolutely Gregged it. You Gregged it. When I went back, when I did the Jeopardy rules but didn't vocalize it, but that's how it was in my head. You can't just add rules after they played. You can't do that. I think Jeff gets one more guess. The last question from Miso Soup 247. Does Andrew still have his Get Out of Greg free card? Boy, do I. And man, am I thinking about using it on the podcast that we recorded yesterday. I was laying in bed last night going, do I use it? Because I have a feeling that I might need to.
So how does it work? You would apply it next episode and say it was for the previous episode?
Well, that's the thing. I will have already taken all of the abuse by the time it applies. I don't know if it counts.
What if you play it on our socials right before the episode comes out?
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I'm considering.
What if you just record a little intro that's right before the podcast that Nick can stick on the front of it? It's just like you saying, "Hey, this is Andrew. I just want to let you guys know before you listen to this. Not that there's a reason to, but just I just felt like using my Get Out of Greg free card this week. And enjoy it.
I might. I'm gonna put a little bit more thought into it, but I do feel it should work like Money in the Bank and wrestling, where you can just run and deposit it whenever you want to, essentially. Like, that's how in my head I viewed the Get Out of Greg free card.
When did you actually get it? What was it for?
I don't remember, but it's been years, and I've been so scared to ever use it because I don't trust myself, ultimately.
Is it just you that has the Get Out of Greg free card?
Yeah, I don't remember how I got it, but I think I'm the only one that has one.
Interesting.
It was something I did. I think there
You
was
are
some.
the only one
Oh,
that
you know
has
what?
it, yeah.
I remember now. It was for getting the tuxedo. I was the only one that went to that, and I took care of it, and I was below
You're
the
right.
budget, and like,
Yeah.
that's how I earned it.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That's a good call.
We'll see if it gets played. People listening to this will know. There's no lead in to the next episode.
Gavin, do you remember any of the hypotheticals that you were laying out to the group?
Yeah.
Does it involve me dying again?
No. We stayed away from that.
Okay.
It's not good for your dick, though.
I think the first one was you get $50,000, but your belly button is seasonal.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I thought it moved around your body.
Yeah. It just like rotates around your body until a year later it's in the same spot.
Oh, right, because
Yeah,
with the seasons.
That's fine. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, that's a yes.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any other ones? That one was easy.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't find it weird if like in August your belly button was on your shoulder or something? You wouldn't find that
Okay,
disturbing?
well, I guess let me ask, does the hole move? Or is it like any indentation move, or is it just the thing?
What do you think about it? How would your
What
belly
do
button move
you-
and leave
what-
the hole where it is?
What do you think he's talking about, Andrew?
Well, you know how they have an innie and an outie, right?
The belly button?
Yeah.
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 So if you're an innie,
That's your belly button. Yeah, go ahead.
Go on.
yeah. How do I describe this? So there's a hole.
Yeah,
So the belly button itself, it's the thing that does the hole move with the belly button?
What, how are they different? What do you mean?
They're the same thing.
How are you going to have... What?
Okay, no, because this is if the hole moves, I'm less weirded out by it.
What do you mean if the hole?
If I
moves?
just got a hole with nothing at the bottom of it,
But the hole isn't there for, and then it just happens to have the belly button inside. The belly button causes the hole. It's not a hole either. It's just like a little indent.
well, the crevice,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's like the end of a balloon knot.
Yeah.
That's where they
Sure.
cinched it up.
I guess I was just curious if it moved. If all of it moved or just the one part.
I don't know. How would they move independently of each other? I can't visualize
How would they
it.
move at all? This is an insane hypothetical.
Even if they could move independently, what difference would it make if there's suddenly a big hole on your shoulder? What difference does it make if there's a knot at the bottom of it or not? No,
I think the knot is weirder than the hole.
well, people have to like look down it.
Yeah. They're not going to be looking at my hole, but they'll see my knot.
I don't like that sentence. Someone's gonna clip that. Someone's gonna
Please
clip
clip
it
that.
and make it.
Please
that's gonna
clip
be
that.
messed up, man. That's oh man. Oh,
That's a
woof.
ringtone.
The
right
knot
there.
is just exposed. The hole, there's some secrecy to a hole. You don't
It's-
necessarily know what's going on with the hole.
clip all that too. There's some
You could
secrecy
think
with
that the hole goes somewhere. Like if I see a belly button hole on someone's shoulder, I don't go, oh, that's a belly button hole. I go, that's a hole. Wonder what happened there. And I don't judge.
You wouldn't think, wow, that looks like they have a belly button on their shoulder.
That would be weirder to me because there's mystery. You guys ever see J.J. Abrams talk about the mystery box? It's a delightful thing. The mystery of not knowing. If it was just the foldy belly button part, I would know.
Did anybody at any point glean what the fuck he was talking about between the hole and the belly button?
But wait, now
Let me
he's
show
talking
you.
about like you wouldn't know, like it's like Schrodinger's belly button.
Yeah.
How wouldn't you know?
Okay. Let me show you.
It looks
Let me show you an
exactly
example.
like the belly button on your tummy. It's just on your shoulder.
I looked up belly button hole. Okay.
This and alcohol rats or whatever is gonna fuck up your search history. This is bad.
Okay. So see, I'm posting a photo of a belly button hole.
Yeah.
The belly button.
Okay, but there's a hole, and then there's the button part in it.
That's just an innie.
Yes.
Oh, really?
The
Okay.
Audi still has
Wait,
a
wait,
hole.
wait.
It's just filled.
What do you
Wait.
mean? What do you mean? Oh, okay. What did you just learn?
Wait.
What was learned?
What's at the what? Wait.
Water everywhere.
What's at the bottom of the innie hole?
The frickin' knot.
Okay. Out. Let me look up an Audi.
It's
Audi.
the same thing. It's just
Same
it's
thing.
further out.
The Audi fills the hole.
What is an Audi? Is it just like a botched knot?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. It just didn't. Stay in.
Okay, here we go. This
Maybe
kind
the
of
baby coughed wrong and it popped out.
this kind of illustrates my point a little bit better. You guys are gonna get it now. Okay. So see, I'm posting a thing.
Oh, gross.
Is your belly button an innie or an outie?
Oh, I hate this.
Yeah, well, this is what you did. See on the right, I just know that that's a belly button knot.
Yeah, but that's
On
But there's
on the
still a
left,
hole.
I know it's on the left. I know it's a belly button knot because of where the belly button is.
Listen, moron. These are saying there's 6 belly buttons here. These are all belly buttons. Imagine you had number 4. It moves around your body seasonally. I don't know what you don't get. You're explaining belly
and also
buttons.
you can have multiple. Like when you're a kid, it's probably not going to be as inny as it is now.
right?
True.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I think I understand where he's coming from.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Am I
To a
wrong?
degree. No,
No.
let me
No, he gets
let me talk it out. Okay, what
Yeah.
Andrew's saying, I think, and Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Okay.
if we're gonna just go with the top belly button, the left one and the right one, right? We're not gonna look at the 6, just the top of the image. The belly button on the right, the Audi, if you see that on your shoulder, you immediately think, oh, that's a fucking belly button on his shoulder. But if you see the belly button on the left, which is a pretty extreme innie, it just looks like a hole. It could be a staph infection or something. It doesn't necessarily
anything.
scream belly button.
I understand that. Like that's. But when I said your
Yes.
belly button moves, I don't know how we separated those as two things.
Nobody does. I don't think he does.
Well, no, I assume that the whole.
The hole is. Oh.
Yeah, so the whole. I was thinking. I guess I just wasn't. I don't know. To me, I feel like the hole is a product of the button, but I see what you mean of you couldn't have the hole without the button. But in a world in which these are all moving in ridiculous ways, I don't think it's an unfair question to ask if the whole moves.
You're going to love the clone question Gavin has next for you.
That was number 3. I was trying to remember number 2. But that's like saying, like, imagine if your mouth was seasonal. And then you were like, wait, is the mouth moving or the hole? It's the same thing.
The mouth is whole.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess your lips would. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You're right. I don't know. I didn't think about belly buttons that much. This is the most I've ever thought about belly buttons.
He keeps saying yeah, but there's like, I don't think there's any
What's the next
understanding
one?
behind it.
We also came up with another idea for daily, like a month of daily content that I don't know if we want to dive into here, or maybe talk about behind the scenes and firm up.
I mean, I think we can talk about it. I think if there's like half an idea, maybe we can round it into something that's like a little bit further along.
Okay. Whose idea? I genuinely don't remember whose idea this was, but I know it wasn't mine.
I just assume it was Gavin, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey-oh.
Okay.
Well, then you would follow up the heyo with diving in.
We were going to see how many days it would take to flip a coin and get heads 5 times
In a row.
So every morning, flip 5 coins, or I guess if you flip heads and then you flip tails,
Okay.
just stop there.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
the goal is to flip heads 5 times in a row.
Yeah. Definitely like something where it's probably definitely more suited for like social. I mean, you put it on Patreon and stuff, but like
Put it on TikTok.
put it on TikTok. It definitely feels like trying to flip a coin 5 times to get heads. I follow a guy who's been trying to roll Yahtzee every day for 385 days. Oh my god. He has not done it. He is getting desperate. He is getting weird. It's getting weirder. It's really fantastic. So I don't know. I like the idea of flipping a coin 5 times. It's Jeff Socks, right?
That's fun.
I similarly watched
is,
a guy who would go to Best Buy every day and he would online gamble on a smart fridge until he made enough money to buy the fridge.
Dude, did you? Oh, I love it. Those two guys gambling on a refrigerator to win the money for the refrigerator is fucking awesome. It has to be fake. I don't care.
Well, they
it.
eventually got the money and then the fridge was out of stock, so they couldn't buy it. So they bought a different fridge from a different store.
Oh, that's so tragic.
The 5 times coin thing, though, is, I feel like, quite doable because it's only...
Yeah.
It's not a super high number of... What is it, like 1 in 120 or something?
It could be any of the 5 of us. It doesn't have to be Gavin every day. Like, we can rotate it out if he's out of town or whatever.
Hey. Doesn't even have to be the 5 of us.
Do you want to hire a flipper?
No, we could get what the fuck? we could.
Ball knuckler.
I want Ray to flip a coin 5 times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we get ready to do that.
Yeah,
Sure.
we should just farm it out and maybe send people our regulation coins.
Yep.
And other people can help us.
Oh, we should get regulation coins.
Right. We should get, because we need something to flip. Not, because, what are we going to flip, an American quarter? That doesn't
Yeah.
do anybody in Europe any good.
It doesn't
right?
speak to Europe. It should be an Ian on the head side and a butthole on the tail side.
Ian's an asshole.
What's a butthole?
Ian's
like
an
the show
assholes.
logo? Oh, like
Yeah,
the show logo.
the butthole
Oh,
logo.
okay. All right, hang on. I'm writing it down. Hang on.
So the face on one side and the butt on the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so if we're all doing it, say it's like an individual thing, and we're filming like the coin being flipped or whatever, say that Nick gets it. Say that it's day 410, whatever. But Nick does it. He's flipped 5. What's the point? Just to see who can do it, or is there like a thing?
He gets to get out of Greg.
Whoa.
Oh. Okay. And that's the
Oh.
incentive
So is that
for,
how
for putting your time in with the quarter or with the Ian.
Oh.
Yeah.
To get the okay.
Ooh, I like
Okay,
this.
I'm writing this down. Now, all of a sudden, Andrew's like real into
Oh
it now.
man, now
Andrew wants to flip this.
I want a
fucking-
second get out of Greg.
Andrew with two get out of Greg's is dangerous because he'll
That's a
Greg
dangerous
just to get out
thing.
of it knowing he still has one.
He's going to use that first one like it's like on nothing.
He's gonna invent something to use it on.
Yeah. What if, because I don't know how the get out of Greg helps guest flippers.
Uh-huh.
What if the prize was that one of the coins is 24 karat gold?
What?
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's a terrible idea.
Like,
Yeah.
they'll be gold looking coins, right? But one of them will be real.
No,
What?
How much does a 24 karat gold coin cost?
that seems incredibly expensive and unnecessary.
I wanted it
Hold
to be
on.
like a really cool prize.
I don't think
Gold
they
is
would
money.
think that was a really cool prize.
You wouldn't want a gold coin?
Here's what I would. Oh,
Not a regulation fake gold coin, no.
Well, you can melt it to whatever you want. It's gold.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, I'm
Andrew,
melting
Andrew,
stuff
you
all the
can melt
time.
it to
Whoa.
whatever you want.
Whoa.
Well,
Yeah.
if you sell gold to someone, they don't care what shape it's in. As long
The
as
only
it's
thing
gold,
I've
right?
melted, Gavin, is a dinner roll. I don't know what you're talking about.